This isn't going to end well for you, Blake. Sorry.
Justin Baldoni just ripped through Blake Lively's web of lies. Right in court. Justice delivered with no room for deception.
None of it was just due to the fact that she seems like a rather shitty person.
Even Ryan Reynolds won't defend his so-called stunning wife. He knows she's dragging him down, and his silence speaks volumes.
Both of you are raging narcissists.
Blake Lively's career, credibility, and fortune are slipping through her fingers. She stepped into a legal nightmare by challenging Justin Baldoni, who needed just 90 minutes to dismantle her team and score a major win.
He's, of course, meeting for the first time in court today. It was about a 90-minute hearing.
Blake's argument collapsed like stale Hollywood popcorn. Not in 90 days or 90 hours, but just 90 minutes. And this wasn't even the final trial. Her legal team flailed like panicked interns on day one.
He is, his agent is Ari Emanuel. He's a powerful Hollywood guy, and we all respond to Hollywood power. And there's a hypocrisy and a fraudulence there that the public is picking up on. And so that's really interesting now.
So how did we get here? Blake attempted a Hollywood power move, hitting Justin with a massive $250 million harassment lawsuit, assuming he'd crumble under pressure.
Decided to blame him, and boy, did she open up a hornet's nest and learn, be careful what you wish for, because now you've got the fight you asked for and you're not winning.
But Justin Baldoni turned the tables, hitting back with a $400 million countersuit. In an instant, Blake went from attacking to full-blown panic mode.
Justin does a better job, in my opinion, of providing receipts and showing full context.
Let's be real. Blake thought she had everything under control. Backed by the New York Times, Ryan Reynolds, and Hollywood elites, she seemed untouchable. But the moment the real facts surfaced, none of that mattered.
He really sees this all the way through and makes sure we get to discovery and proves how disgusting some of these high-level celebrities can be.
Talk about a harsh reality check. The judge wasn't buying Blake's nonsense. Every motion her legal team filed, denied. She walked in with top-tier attorneys, expecting special treatment, only to be shut down. At every turn, not one, not two, every single legal move she made was thrown straight in the trash.
And I would say another reason that the public didn't respond well to this was because we have already accurately deduced that the both of you are raging narcissists.
The best part? Trial hasn't even started, and Blake is already drowning in legal losses. At this rate, she might not even make it to March 2026 before crashing and burning. If her team expected a civil courtroom exchange, they were in for a shock. Because Fredman didn't just show up to fight, he came to dominate. The moment he entered that courtroom, Blake's lawyers looked like they'd rather be anywhere else.
A world where sometimes people judge you before they give you a chance.
First order of business. That ridiculous gag order. Blake desperately tried to file it, hoping to silence Justin and his lawyer, because let's be real, the last thing she wants is the truth coming out. But guess what? The judge shut it down. Denied. Now, Fredman is free to tear apart Blake's case all day, every day, for the whole world to see.
The judge chose to not impose the gag order on Justin Baldoni's attorney Brian Friedman today, but did threaten to move up the trial if the media press war continued.
Blake's legal team was in complete meltdown mode. They had no response to Fredman's relentless takedown. No counter-arguments, no defense, just blank stares and stammering as he shredded their case like a bad movie script. Every motion they filed, instantly rejected. The judge didn't even bother entertaining their nonsense. This wasn't just a loss. It was a total courtroom massacre.
On Monday, they're going to court because two things. Blake is trying to gag them. I don't think that's going to go through. How can you try to say you're playing this in the press when the entire reason we got here was because you tried to play this in the press? Like, you went to the New York Times to try to take him down and to set a public narrative.
The ultimate humiliation? Blake was forced to face Fredman head-on in her deposition. If she thought she could handpick a friendly attorney to take it easy on her, she was sorely mistaken. The judge shut that down fast. She doesn't get to control who questions her. Now, under oath, she has no choice but to sit there as Fredman, methodically dismantles every one of her claims.
She's basically saying that she does not want to sit down for a deposition with Brian Friedman. Like, I know that this girl grew up rich and privileged, but how rich we talking? You know what I'm saying? Because does she think she's like a princess that she can just be like, I don't like your lawyer?
And when it comes to deception, Blake Lively has been exposed in a way that could completely ruin her career.
Does she think she's like a princess that she can just be like, I don't like your lawyer and I don't want to sit down with him and answer questions and tell the truth? So she's trying to get out of having to sit down and be deposed by Brian Freeman. Like, sweetheart, that's not your option.
The next voice. The most ironic part? Blake's own words completely contradict her claims. One moment, she's tearfully insisting Justin made her uncomfortable. The next, she's messaging him about how much she loved working with him. You can't play the victim while also sending glowing, cheerful texts about collaboration. It just doesn't add up.
Blake's Lively's complaint of harassment. He called me sexy. I felt so uncomfortable. Why would you do that? Well, here's one point where she's calling him a ball buster. I'm just a ball buster.
And let's get into the receipts. Because Justin came prepared. His 179-page complaint is loaded with proof, from text messages and emails to video footage, all exposing the cracks in Blake's story.
We just went through Justin's 179-page lawsuit, and I am shook.
The irony? Some of these messages reveal Blake cracking the same off-color jokes she now claims made her uncomfortable.
It does seem like by some of the texts that we've seen that they have a very friendly relationship at the beginning of this process. Clearly that started to fall apart as time went on.
And then there's the damning video footage that exposes Blake's lies. She might have thought she could rewrite reality, but she forgot one thing. Cameras were rolling. Now, her credibility is in ruins, and the whole world is about to see the truth.
This gets overused now, but she did FAFO. Like, she thought she could blame all of her negative press on him. He's a weakling. She's Blake Lively with Ryan Reynolds, her dragon.
Ryan was right there, helping. Blake pushed her narrative, likely thinking his charm and Deadpool humor would do the trick. But reality check. This isn't a movie, and facts matter. Instead of a supportive husband, he now looks like a key player in one of Hollywood's biggest PR disasters.
Surrounded by friends because he's a very small, insecure man. And so what makes Ryan feel good about himself is money and power.
And speaking of PR disasters, Blake's downfall is happening in real time. Hollywood's sweetheart? Not anymore. Feminist icon? That image is shattered. While Dahmer Team Justin dominates the conversation, her fan base is vanishing along with her credibility. Even her most devoted supporters are waking up, realizing she twisted the narrative, exploited the media, and tried to take down an innocent man for her own gain.
Because what's actually funny to him is not the sexual harassment. What's funny to him is that he found a tool to be able to stage a hostile takeover of a business. And they were high. They were totally high on their own supply of power. They were enjoying it. They were enjoying humiliating Justin Baldoni. Like I said, they got so close.
But here's the reality. Blake can't spin her way out of this one. No amount of PR can save her from this courtroom disaster. She banked on her Hollywood status, powerful connections, and media support to shield her. But Justin Baldoni just tore it all down.
It's part of being in the public eye. She's just used to being Hollywood's golden girl, and she had such thin skin that after having a couple negative things happen to her for a month, she had to blame him. She decided to blame him.
This has escalated far beyond a celebrity feud. It's now a full-blown disaster that could end Blake's career, drain her finances, and destroy her reputation. The irony? She might be the one paying Justin in. The end. That's right. She picked this fight, but now she's looking at a lawsuit so massive it could leave her with nothing. Let's break it down because the numbers tell the truth, even if Blake doesn't.